Can you hear that? It's a new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta approaching because the peaches
and some rotten peaches
hell no
are out promoting ahead of their new season 15 premiere. And Marlo, in a recent interview with Heather McDonald, is questioning Kandi's mothering. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you already know, The Real Housewives of Atlanta's new season will be premiering Sunday, May 7th. They're not paying me, but along with Summer House, Martha's Vineyards will also be following the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And of course, ahead of this new season, the ladies are out. You may have seen Sheree and Kenya on The Talk, just promoting the new season. And look, they can't say a lot, but they're saying it's juicy. There's going to be a lot of fighting. We kind of already know some of what's going to play out, especially Kenya's beef with Martell. I'm already Team Kenya on this one, and you already know I'm always Team me. But on the Martell situation, and save me on this, Sheree, and this fake storyline that you're giving us this season. She's like, well, this season you'll be able to see me date. Before you only saw the guy in the phone. This season you'll see me date. Sheree, I will say this. I'll start off with, they looked amazing. First of all the ladies on The Real Housewives of Atlanta look amazing. But Kenya and Sheree, they looked beautiful. And I was so just like, oh my God, they look so good. Am I still?
How you doing?
No, they looked great. They really, really look. And these are 50+ women. You know what I mean? So they look amazing. And they all had a little bit of a battle about who has the most iconic sayings. And look, to be honest with you, this is where, and I saw all of you in the comments, and I agree. The most iconic sayings from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the crown will always go to Nene.
Why am I in it?
and you could have did it.
See how I get wrong
because you never apologized.
But if we had to compare Kenya and Sheree, I don't use "Who Gonna Check Me Boo" often in my arsenal. However, I do have it.
Who gonna check me, boo?
I do have it though. I'm sorry, Kenya. I don't have any of your sayings, but they for me, they equally have brought so much to this franchise. So I'm not going to take away from them, but I'm going to settle this whole who has the most iconic sayings, and that goes to Nene Leakes.
Music ain't that great. I listen to it on the iPod.
Hands down. Hands down. All right? But that's not what you're here for. What you're here for is for us to talk about what's been going on between Marlo and Kandi. So, last season they had a lot of beef. We thought that they put their beef to the side after they shared some KFC chicken in Jamaica, which ended up being a bag for Kandi and her son Ace, which is relevant to what we're about to talk about. But we also saw at the reunion this past season that the beef between Marlo and Kandi just was the same. They just could not see it for each other. So when Marlo was on Heather McDonald's podcast, she basically brought up the whole issue about how she felt like everyone was judging her because she sent her nephews to her sister's house, because she needed a break.
Yeah. Sometimes I just need a break. Right. So I felt that was awful. I felt some of the girls knew exactly what I meant because they're moms. And I know for sure a lot of them are never hardly with their kids. They have full-time nannies. And sometimes they need a break. We all need breaks sometimes. Shit, we need breaks from our husbands, from our jobs. You need a break sometime. Right. So I feel it's just the way I phrased it. If I would have phrased it and said, hey, you guys, this is really tough. Well, I never know when it comes to this group of girls. If I would have phrased it right, they probably still would have got after me.
Yeah, I do feel like I remember kind of Kandi saying something like, I've taken in, relatives before and I would never do that. And again, it's just
Kandi does not. Yeah. You never see her with her kids 24/7. She always pays. She has a whole slew of family that helps her. So it's coming from Kandi didn't mean that much to me, not unless I saw her with her children every day. I mean, she's too busy trying to get another bag. She doesn't have time to spend quality time with her kids.
She's too busy trying to get another bag. She doesn't have time to spend quality time with her kids.
Here's the thing. Let's not rewrite history. Okay, yes, later on you said, well, I needed a break. However, Marlo, or should we say Marlo. However, look, it's very understandable that maybe you needed a break. But the way that you sent those boys to your sister's house, first of all, based on what we heard, your sister already had a few children already there. So you already giving your sister a lot to handle when you don't have as much as your sister has to handle. And you're sending these boys after you're showing us that they have been abandoned. They're a little traumatized. This sending them away wasn't just, oh, I needed a break. You sent them away indefinitely. You sent them away indefinitely. And now you're trying to rewrite history like you're trying, oh, I only sent them away for a weekend. No, you wanted to send them away for like 30 days. And I don't even know if the boys knew that they were being sent away and they were going to be coming back. And maybe even if you told them, oh, no, you'll come back, they're thinking in their heads, oh, we're probably not going to come back because they've been abandoned before. So I think that was what the group felt in regards to this whole situation. They felt like you are just re-traumatizing these boys by sending them away and sending them from what they're used to with you, where they have their own room, to a situation where they have to share everything. It's more kids around. So it's not just getting a break. And I don't believe that's what any of the housewives were judging her because she needed a break. They were judging her because the way it was handled. And now the way it's being handled in this conversation with Heather McDonald, you're now attacking Kandi's mothering, saying, oh, Kandi has a bunch of people helping her. Again, probably triggering to you, Marlo, because you're not used to having a village to help raise you. And I'm not using that as shade. It's just the truth. So when you see someone else that has a village of cousins and friends and family that want to help, because Kandi is doing a lot of things for her family and with her family, as we saw from that KFC commercial. Marlo, how come you didn't get a KFC commercial and it was your chicken? Because it's all about business moves. It's all about business moves. So Kandi, as you already know, throughout the last couple of seasons, has talked about her struggle of working and also making time for her family. So of course, Marlo's going to use that against her because she knows that's going to be upsetting to Kandi. But here's my issue with the whole situation. Take everyone out of the situation, or your team this or your team that. No, take that out of the situation. There are so many mothers that watch us, that are working mothers or just single mothers that struggle with the idea of working and making time for their children at the same time. Anytime you question a mother's mothering or if they're working too much, it's going to be triggering to them. And I know Kandi's going to be like, first of all, look who it's coming from. So Kandi, do not take anything that Marlo is saying to heart. But she knows that Kandi probably will, because Kandi already has that sort of internal struggle about, am I working too much? Am I making enough time for my family? But a lot of mothers have that. So I know a lot of mothers probably saw this conversation with Marlo and were triggered themselves and probably a little traumatized themselves by like, damn, am I doing enough? Is it terrible that I have a bunch of, my friends and family helping me raise this child? No, there isn't. As long as these people are trusted people in your life. Marlo, you of all people cannot talk about someone's mothering. Okay? You just entered the party of mothering, which is a wonderful thing, because I think that's a great thing that you're doing for your nephews. And I think a lot of people were like, yes, I'd like to see the side of Marlo. But what we haven't seen of Marlo in last season, and I'm thinking this season, is Marlo move from being the messy friend of the show, causing drama unnecessarily and hitting below the belt. And this is why people call you Mar. Because you just do not have any sort of grace for anyone. You either go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. But going after someone's mothering is just a whole other new low for you. Am I shocked? No. But am I tired of the same beef between Marlo and Kandi coming into season 15? Yes. Because no matter how you feel about Kandi, I don't know what happened between Marlo and Kandi for this sort of disrespect and hate from Marlo to Kandi. I don't know how this is warranted. Because if anything, Kandi's done nothing but try to help Marlo over the years. Marlo, did Kandi just take a bag from you? Did Kandi steal money from you? Did Kandi take your man? Did you want Todd? Because this level of anger and just hitting below the belt towards Kandi specifically, like I can understand maybe towards some other people, but Kandi specifically, who's trying to get you also a bag, it seems obsessive. It seems unwarranted. It seems like, oh, I'm just trying to do this because maybe a producer has told me to do it so I can keep my peach for another season. I already told you, I was like, I don't know how I feel about Marlo coming back again this season with a peach. She was the same energy that we got last season as she's always been as a friend of. And she's not really even a housewife, technically. But we shall see. I'm going to remain open to Marlo this season, but based off these interviews already, I'm just like, oh my God, Marlo's doing the same thing. Oh, what else? Marlo, well, let's talk about what's going on with you. Are we going to see your house be built this season? Are we going to see your new boyfriend that also went to... We're not judging, just asking. Is this someone you paid to bring on the show because you needed to have a relationship like your friend Sheree? Anyways, has this drama gotten you guys excited for season 15? I had that thought as well. I thought to myself, I was like, is she just doing this? Is Kandi in on it too? Are they playing with us just to get this whole situation promo for the new season us excited? Oh, here that they're coming out the gate fighting. See, I'm always twerking on that fence. But to go after someone's mothering, that's an all-time new low, but I'm not surprised. Working mothers, or just people with opinions, what are your thoughts on the Heather McDonald conversation with Marlo? And do you think at this point, Kandi should even respond? Let's continue this conversation in the comments section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.